So we're going to go over, just quickly go over the importance of the S-400 missile defense system. Uh, Essentially, this is they seem like cruise missiles, portable cruise missiles. Uh, excuse me. We had the Patriot missile batteries, which are huge back in the '90s, and great defense system and everything, and even offense. I believe that they're primarily defense though. They're interchangeable. Anyways, um, what because usually the cruise missiles, a lot of people are familiar with those. They're usually launched from naval vessels, um, but the technology has improved, and that's what we're seeing with Russia in the S-400. And it's a basically a land-based cruise missile, and so it's a lot smaller and whatnot than the typical cruise missiles and such. But they're able to pack a nice punch, and they're very direct. And there's probably different payload capacities for them as well for different effects. Just like the 40 millimeter, there's smoke, then high explosive, flare, shotgun like the buckshot, practice. I believe there's also white phosphorus. And what am I missing here? Um, Smoke, high explosive, grenade. I'm missing one, I believe. But anyways, let's just watch this thing in action. Oops. Notice the quick succession with them. They didn't want them to go off at the same time, just in case. Um, well, you don't want them to meet up because we see that they, oops, you know, they're converging on a point. At least from this angle, it's fisheye lens and everything. But the part of the reason why they're doing this is because they can travel together because they're probably going to about the same place. They're just getting off a different ramp, And so what they're doing is that they're going to be flying right in line with each other, maybe side by side, because it's harder to detect one than two. And so if they're able to get really close to each other, then pretty much like a train, then it will come up as just one missile coming in, but it can actually be two, or maybe even more than that. It just depends on the profile and everything of that nature, the signature. But um, and that's the whole thing, is that they're piggybacking on each other, because maybe just like there's the offensive line, and usually someone will follow the running back through the line and everything like that. So maybe there's a primary target and a secondary target, and one of the missiles can change its course in midair and go after uh, whatever's trying to take it out and whatnot. Um, and then there's still one going on its way, and uh, that might not have been taken into consideration in the heat of battle. So, uh, yeah, and Russia is broadcasting this thing because it's advertising it pretty hard, and as a defensive weapon. And so its capabilities is pretty impressive. Just look at the F-22 and F-35, and that explains our Department of Defense. All right. Other countries don't have the budget. All the countries in the world combined don't have the same budget as we do for our military. Well, maybe that's a far truth, but it's pretty. Well, I shouldn't say a far truth, but the just check that out. And like, why is it that Russia's able to come up with better technology than us and mass-produced technology? That's something that they've learned in the Cold War, is how to do the most for their dollar. For every dollar that they spend on technology, we spend about 100. So that's the offset. And they're working with like 1% of our budget, but they're able to keep up with us. There's something wrong with our Department of Defense. Be safe, be kind, stay strong. I love you all.